This is my long-term review of my Roof Boxer V8 Black Shadow Edition helmet. I'm gonna get the numbers out of the way first. This is a size 60 to 61 large. This is manufacturer number 2116, so they don't make a lot of these. It was manufactured on June 18th, 2013, although it sat on the shelf until April 2014 when I bought it new and started using it daily. It is now October 2019. Give a little bit of background on Roof. They are a European company. I think their home country is France. If you want to purchase one of these in the United States, you have to order it from somewhere over there. To my knowledge, there's no helmet vendor here in the United States that carry these, so you're always going to have to pay international shipping. And I've had one of these already. It didn't make it through customs. It just vanished for whatever reason. I think it has to do with the DOT certification, which I'll get into later, but they're not the easiest helmets to get here in the States. I'll start with the pros first. The thing I like most about this helmet is the comfort. If you look at normal full face helmets, they always squeeze your cheeks, and the design of the chin strap usually prohibits a lot of air from moving upwards. This doesn't have that problem. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about, but overall this helmet fits mainly around your actual skull really well. It doesn't wobble, even though it doesn't squeeze your cheeks, so when you have the visor open, you don't look like you have fat face or something. Comfort. This old helmet right here, she's much more comfortable than the new one. There's just less obstruction up here in front of her. These chin straps are real simple and basic. They're not extra wide. There's no net underneath your chin. There's no extra components around here. You can chew bubble gum, blow a bubble, and it still won't hit the front of this helmet. All that equals just a lot more wind coming in, and it's a lot easier to breathe. Even if your heart's racing, you're never gonna feel like you're breathing through a straw. Whereas on this new helmet, and a lot of new helmets are like this, I'm starting to notice, and I don't know if it's because of safety or whatever, but they have these chin nets, and then their chin straps are extra wide. And on this one specifically, she's got this, let me see if I can get it, but this is a mechanism that protrudes outwards towards your mouth, and it's something to do with the vents and everything. But long story short, if you got a microphone and it's pushed up against this thing, it's gonna be pushed up against your mouth too. All this added up, yeah, it is a little bit harder to breathe, especially if you're short on breath, and it just cancels out all the wind that used to flow through here like in the good old one there. So that's what I mean when I say it's more comfortable. Another pro to this helmet, and I'm not a big fan of this category of judging helmets like this, is its weight. A lot of modular helmets weigh a lot, and this one weighs a little bit more than a full face helmet, but it's not noticeable, at least to me at least. When I don't know, maybe I have a strong neck or something, but weight has never been a big consideration when I choose a helmet, and I'll get to that when I talk about how I ended up replacing this helmet. Another pro to this helmet, I never thought I'd say this was pro, is its lack of features. I've had helmets that have internal sun visors, that have vents every couple of inches, they have quick release things and pumps to squeeze your cheeks and shit. This one doesn't have any of that. It's got, let me look, 1, 2, 3 vents on it, one on the top and 2 on the front. The 2 on the front are right here. You just push these up, and the one on the top is it's actually broken off now, but it used to be like a push up and down little thing, and it lets air in. I don't notice the vents. I've never noticed vents flowing any significant amount of air to my head in any helmet. This one's no exception. The last real pro to this helmet is the looks. That is the sole reason why I actually ended up trying it out for the first time. There is no other helmet that looks like this. This is what I call the fighter pilot look. As a kid, all I ever wanted to be was a fighter pilot, and this looks just like that. I mean, when I watch Top Gun, I think of the helmets, how they customize it and everything, so I ended up customizing mine with that Tron flash blue tape there. I have another video of it actually reflecting if you'd like to see that at the end of this video. It doesn't have the normal helmet look. You go to bike shows or anything with other motorcycles, nobody's gonna have a helmet like this. helmets, especially here in the United States. You will stand out and people do ask you constantly, what the hell is that? And it looks really cool. So you do get those compliments, you do get noticed like that, but that's also a safety plus. You don't think about it too much, but a lot of people just look at motorcycles passively because there's something different about that motorcycle from the previous one. However, if they look at this helmet closely, they're more likely to notice you and actually recognize that they saw you, which do you want so they don't crash into you. Alright, now let's talk about some cons. The biggest con with this helmet is it is not DOT approved. Now this isn't really a problem in my state at least, and I don't know the laws in other states. Maybe you're not allowed to wear non-DOT approved helmets in other states, but here in Texas, you are allowed to legally wear it. Unless you're taking like a state test or something, or even most motorcycle classes, they won't let me use this helmet because it's not DOT approved. Another possible con is going to be, whether it is or it isn't, it's going to depend on you, is its lack of features. If you're the kind of rider that wants your helmet to do everything for you, including walk your dog, this isn't the helmet for you. I'm not really sure this is a con, but it's something I like to bring up. This helmet doesn't accept Sena Bluetooth systems very well. I always go with Sena because, in my opinion, they're the best. But I've never really had any helmet that just really synced up with it very well, as in like locked into it, didn't wobble, didn't come off or anything like that, and got the best camera angle. You can do it. I can hear myself in my own videos. It gets a good shot of what's in front of me, just not the best. And here's the real question: would I get another? And the answer is yes, but that's not what I did because I messed up. Roof ended up not replacing, but they now make the helmet on the left, which is called the Roof Boxer V8, although there's two X's in Boxer instead of one, like on the right. Roof Boxer Carbon V8 or something like that. And they're, the biggest change was obviously you can get it now finally in carbon fiber, whereas with the old Roof Boxer V8 it was always plastic. Yes, it ends up weighing less, but I don't notice it. If you are a real skinny person and every ounce matters to you, maybe you can. I don't really notice it. And they ended up changing some other things to the helmet that I'm not a big fan of. There is one big improvement on the new helmet compared to the old one. That is a latching mechanism. One, it's more aerodynamic. Two, it's a lot simpler. Instead of having to wiggle with that stupid spring that doesn't work very well, you just push this up and it unlatches. You do that on both sides, like so. You hear the click, it'll come right out. And the coolest part about this is you don't have to push down on it anymore when you want to close it. Instead, you just shove it down and it'll lock automatically. It's not going anywhere. That was really cool. It's the one thing I really like about the new helmet compared to the old one. I wish there was a way I could just put that one feature on the new one onto the old one. I'd have a perfect helmet in my mind, but can't do that. One other thing I'd like to mention is the Roof Boxer V8 Black Shadow Edition helmet. It came with two visors. One that you see here, which is the clear one. It's actually smoked a little bit. And the other was a mirror visor, kind of like sunglasses, reflective. It looked silver reflective. It looked really cool. I still have it. I just don't use it that often because you can't see shit at night, and I do most of my riding at night. Whereas the new helmet didn't come with another visor. It just has this semi-smoked clear one that you can use for both day and night. Lastly, the visors are not interchangeable. Who really gives a shit what I think about it? Let's see what my assistant thinks.
Alright, I'll try this helmet on first. Which one is this again?
That's the new one.
New one. That wasn't so bad putting on.
microphone.
What?
The microphone.
Oh,
There you go.
Ooh. Okay.
Tight?
And I can't get them. Oh, goodness. Yeah, like this, it doesn't even want to fit with where sunglasses should go. Don't plan on wearing sunglasses. Wait for this helmet. Alright. Besides that, it's comfy. It's like a big room of pillows. Let me see about taking it off. Okay, so easy to put on and take off. Okay. Maybe not so easy to take off. No, that wasn't bad. Alright, now I'm gonna try on this other helmet. What was it called again?
That's the Roof Boxer V8 Black Shadow Edition.
Alright.
It's 6 years old.
6. How old's the other one?
1.
1? Okay, so let me try on this 6-year-old beauty.
I think I forgot to mention that on this helmet,
Hmm?
it doesn't align correctly, so you have to align it yourself before you push
Yeah,
those
this is
latching
not fun
mechanisms
for me.
in. Yeah, it's a little bit more
Okay,
difficult.
I
There you
got
go.
it.
You got it though. You got it though.
Took me a good second. Okay.
Simple.
Alright. This one's still like being in a room of pillows, but just in an all-around better way. I don't feel trapped. Okay. Hey. Oh, these are perfect for sunglasses.
Perfect for
All
sunglasses.
right.
How do you look?
Alright, now let's see if taking it off is as easy. Ooh.
This is the most difficult part.
I cannot get this.
There you go.
My goodness. I did almost get like a panic attack.
There you go. So which do you like better?
Although putting this on and taking it off is not as easy, it's definitely something I could get used to. It would just kind of take a while to get used to it. But overall, the way it feels, the sunglasses, being able to be put on, I'm gonna go with this one.
There you have it.